So it's day 4. Um, I didn't do a video yesterday. I kind of think sometimes that I don't have much more to say, or I do make notes and stuff of what to say, but I think, oh, there's nothing to say. But I mean, every day things happen. Um, I keep a beanie on it because it keeps it warm. Uh, but definitely my pain, if I could call it that. Um, I know I said it before, so the pain that I'm feeling is like a pins and needles feeling that just is constant, maybe like a strong pins and needles feeling. Um, and yeah, it sucks. But also my wrist is starting to really hurt. It always hurt a bit. I never actually even told them, but I guess you bugger up your fingers, you don't think of other things that are hurting. And and then your neck, my neck's hurting too, and my shoulder's hurting too, because I'm constantly like that. My arm's hurting too. God, this has just turned into a whinging video, hasn't it? But my point is that one injury causes other injuries and other things to hurt, which is there's nothing surprising or new about that, is there? Everybody knows that. So this is causing other problems. My other hand is hurting because you do so much more with it, you know, because you got two hands, so you share the workload between two of them, and suddenly you've got more to do on your left hand. You really feel it, believe me. Um, So it's just been smashed. But I'm not trying to do much and I'm not doing much, yet you still do it. And I've gone for a couple of walks. I went for a walk today and I walked not even far, 10, 15 minutes, and I got back and I was just flattened. Like, and I know I'm taking antibiotics, but to be that exhausted after a short walk is not good. Um, so yeah, I was really tired. So I actually didn't sleep, but I just rested. Um, the house is not a mess. It's really clean. Um, I mean, yeah, I'm doing, I don't wouldn't say a lot, but today was the first day, like weekend. So the kids are here. And unfortunately, one of Ariana's friends took Isabella out, but Isabella's 9, but the 3-year-old is the hard one. And like when you're like this and you got headaches and you're sore, and then this 3-year-old is just throwing tantrums and screaming, like not for a short time. I'm talking for a long time. It's makes it harder, and you're more useless as well. Um, but I did some useful things. I did homework with JJ and we did really well. I did homework with Izzy. We did really well. But again, you get tired and it's especially hard with Izzy and she runs off and you're just like, oh God, I need a break. And you have a break and before you know it, you've missed the boat. That's it. That's all you get to do. Um, yeah, so the weekend is so much harder. The week's been better um, because it's just me here. Um, and Yeah, really looking forward to was really looking forward to Manly, and Manly lost yesterday. I watched a little bit of Collingwood win tonight, so that was good. Um, I've got into a new series. I think that's important to get into a new series. Yeah, but it is. So I'm watching a new series and, watched a couple of movies with Ariana and you just got to agree, yes, 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 because there's no energy to argue and get your point across. So there's a lot of agreeing and yeah, and being a bit useless, not 100%, I'm cooking eggs and cooking lunch and doing lots, but not nearly as much, and I find it hard to do nothing because I'm not that person that can do nothing easily. Or and yeah, I can't wait for next week just to get the next stage because this cast is actually really heavy, you know, and yeah, it's heavy. The other thing I wanted to talk about were these painkillers. So I actually haven't had one since since I've been home, and actually since the night before. So I had one the night before, and I had a horrible night's sleep, almost like a nightmare in hospital. And that's something you know, all these drugs, they you forget things and they come back. So I've remembered many things that happened, which is really quite funny, and conversations. I just want to talk about the drugs for a bit. So yeah, the pills, the endo pills, and the morphine, and the um, this new pill. I can't even remember their names, but I did have it once. Palexia, that's it. So the Palexia, I had that the night before I got discharged, and I was zonked. And you know, as I was affected, I'm like, I don't want this, like I don't like this feeling of being just zonked out. You still feel pain. That's the thing with these painkillers. It's not like you have it and don't feel pain. You just are zonked out, like and are less bothered about it. It doesn't stop the pain. Um, and yeah, so I didn't sleep well on painkillers. I was only doing 3 hours and waking up. And um, since not taking painkillers, I'm sleeping better. I'm sleeping longer, which is, of course, a huge thing. Sleep is a really important thing. And also, my guts, number two, my guts are so much better. I don't have good guts. I struggle to keep regular when all this shit isn't happening. So I have Metamucil and, probably have more of a diarrhea than constipation problem. But, this, outside of this, but with these pills, I was blocked up. I could not go to the dunny. Like I had my accident was Friday and I didn't get out till Tuesday morning, I think, or Monday morning. I'm a bit confused there. I know that sounds ridiculous. But one of those, and I did not go to the toilet till Monday or Tuesday morning. And that's a long time. And after, that many days of not going to the toilet, and I've since told people that, and people are like, I went 8 days without going and taking a shit. But whatever, like it hurts, and I was eating because I'm like loving this hospital food. I thought it was great. I was smashing those meatballs and what was the other one? Shepherd's pie. I was, yeah, and fish and oh yeah, I was eating it. And but my gut, not being able to go to the dunny was just huge. And it was just hurting a lot. Um, so there you go. The second thing about these drugs that I don't like, no sleep and I can't go to the toilet. And I know you can say, well, take a laxative, but I was taking laxatives, but then you have the opposite problem. Like it's um and thirdly as well, a major problem with these pills, these hardcore pain relief pills, is I seem to get these shivers through my body, like electric kind of shakes. And the shakes would go everywhere, including my hand, including into my fingers, and my fingers would shake. And I remember it really hurting and waking up. Um, or, maybe I was half resting and the shake would go all the way up there and it hurt. So, um, I don't know whether shakes is the word, just like electric kind of moves. I don't know if there's a druggo terminology for that, but it was horrible. And and it was hurting. That was hurting. Um, Not like the pain, if you could call it pain I have now, which is the pins and needles. That's what I call it. It's like a really bad pins and needles. If you sit on your hand and you sit on your hand for a long time, and then you put it in this position, and my hand is like this, right? It's like this, and I'm holding it above my heart, and you just hold that, like you just do that for 5 minutes, like hold that position like your fingers start to tingle and so does your thumb. See, my thumb was not touched in the accident, not touched, yet now it's so tingly and weird feeling. So this must be this feeling that I have is not because of the lawnmower blades chopping it. It's because it's sitting here like this, you know, for over a week. Yeah, that's a big thing. So yesterday was like the anniversary, the 1 week anniversary. Yippee! Since since chopping my hand, and today was the anniversary for the operation. So yeah, it's just time. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm a bit frustrated um with how long it's taking to repair and also how exhausted I feel after walking not far, like where I've got to lie down. Like that is crazy. Um, but I'm still thrilled with I've got so many friends, honestly, like amazing friends, amazing family, amazing work, amazing job. I still can do a little bit of work from home and have been and really enjoying that I can do that. But not done much. And I have to get some stuff done come Monday. And I really hope I get to do more on Monday without these kids, because with these kids, I'd rather do homework, get them up. And yeah, so I'm not going to thank certain people or this or that, but because that's not what it's about. I just want to kind of document this process. So yeah, it's been a week, 1 week down today, and that's what I should call this, 1 week down. So it's been 1 week down since the accident, and yeah, it sucks. I don't know whether it feels any different, because I feel I want to say this too. Like when I was in the hospital and I was waking up at night and I was like, I'm in pain. Give me some, what can I get? And you'd say to the nurse, and they'd come up and they'd be like, they'd bring the doctor and they'd give you pills and they'd jab your gut with morphine and stuff. And I think, I think that what I was feeling then is exactly what I'm feeling now, which is a pins and needles, you know, but because I couldn't see my hand and I was freaking out, and then when they opened it up, they cut it open the day before I left. They cut it open and they took all the bandages off, and it hurt so much when they took the bandages off. And the main bit that hurt when they took it off is my fingernails, because I've got no fingernails. They although like my fingernails were all cracked by the blades, one, two, three, four, they just ripped them off. So there's no fingernails, but whatever is under a fingernail, whatever that's called, when the bandage is on that and they're pulling it off, that hurts. Oh, where was this going? Yeah, so that hurts. And I was explaining how, you know, yeah, so then I looked at my hand and, I kind of made, the connection. Well, I'm feeling this same feeling in the fingers as this thumb, right? And this thumb's not touched, so it can't be pain. It's a mind over matter thing. It's because this hand is been up for over a week now. So yeah, that helped me kind of make the connection and kind of say it's not pain, it's pins and needles, and pins and needles is not pain. And sometimes it feels stronger and hot. Like right now, it feels hot, hot, like hot pins and needles. That sounds horrible. It is horrible, but it's I can still sleep with it. God, I thought I didn't hit record and I had to do all this again. I wouldn't have done it again. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to say that. And so I looked at my hand, and actually, another good thing, I think it was just last night, or the night before, I looked at a video I made when they took the bandages off, and I filmed it like this, and I sent it to a few people on WhatsApp. And lots of people replied, thank you for replying. Some people couldn't look at it, some people did. Not many people I sent it to, but I did. And what I noticed is, my thumb's okay, but also my index finger is buggered right at the top. So it's not buggered at, close to your palm. It's 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 buggered at the other end, right close to the tip. And that's a good thing because you've got if you look, you got that bend and you got that bend. So if this one's buggered here, then I still got, I can bend it there and I can bend it there. And and if you look at the hand, the most important finger is this one. And if you got two of them, you want this one, okay? You really do. I know someone said to me, no, you want your middle finger, but my middle finger's buggered. But really, if you just grab something now, you know, you'll look, the main two fingers you grab with are your index and your thumb, not your index and your middle finger, as someone said to me. Your index and your thumb are the main things you use. Look at how you hold the mouse, look at how you hold a pen. So if my middle finger is completely buggered and doesn't bend at all because that joint's gone and that joint's gone, then who cares? I'll be right. I have two fingers, you know, and I can, if I've got 90% of my movement in my index and full movement in my thumb, I reckon there is nothing that I can't do. Did I say that correctly? There's nothing that I can't do. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely everything I can do. Everything. I really believe that. And so that's made me feel heaps better, like realizing that the injury is the tip of my index and the main clasp are these two fingers. So I'm feeling really good about that. Really, 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 really good about that. Feeling really good about this. Like it's still been a great experience. Like I loved the hospital. I loved the nurses. I loved the doctors. I loved the people that I met. Um, I'm getting more time with the kids. Well, I'm not because they're going to work, but I just, it hasn't been a bad experience. It really hasn't. And that's kind of what life is, isn't it? Like if you think of the stories that you tell people in life, you don't tell people about the good times. I guess you do too, but often you talk about the times that you stuck your hand in a lawnmower. That's what people are interested. They're not interested in, oh yeah, I went and had a nice holiday in the Gold Coast. Nobody cares, you know? Everybody has a nice holiday in the Gold Coast, you know? They'd much rather listen to an idiot who sticks his hand in a lawnmower that's on. That's what I reckon. Anyway, so good news. Really enjoying this experience. Really enjoying doing this podcast. Drewy and I got 250 something people watching the last podcast. It's amazing. Really looking forward to the one tomorrow, which is State of Origin. Can't wait to do it. Really can't wait to do it. Rugby league's been really good to me, except for Manly not winning. Oh, that's something I remembered from the hospital. I'm about to go, but I remember like when I went in and I was, on that green whistle and I was that drugs, they were doing x-rays of my hand and there was Irish, very good looking Irish radiologist. Is that right for doing your x-rays? And I was just chatting about rugby league, having a great time. Yeah, so there you go. I think that was my thing, um, this whole hospital experience was chatting to a lot of um, you know patients and nurses and doctors about rugby league, and it brought a lot of happiness. It really does. It brings a lot of happiness to a lot of people. Okay, yeah, things are good. Things are good. Okay, I'm gonna get this up and watch a bit of TV. What's it called? Um, Tell you what it's called, this show that I'm watching. It's called, um, one second, sorry. It's called Rogue Heroes on SBS, free to air. And yeah, so it's good to get into it, mate. 1 week down. That's what I'm going to call it. 1 week down.